Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Wyrms. Now we haven't used Wyrms in quite a long time because they don't really get regular support, but this is traditionally been a very, very powerful deck of ours, and it kind of works around swarming the board with very powerful monsters, and with the additional fusion support they've gotten even better. So we'll start with a fusion, since this is kind of the newest card that got introduced to them, which is the Constructor Ridgeworm Hand Toolen. So we can send the top card of our deck to the graveyard. This card gains 200 attack to the end of the turn. Then if a face-up field spell is not on your field, you can add a Peaks of Blistopia or Snows of Blistopia from your graveyard to your hand. So we will be sending them to the graveyard quite a lot to use our other fusions effect, which is Infinite Dream Constructor Worm Builder. So we can send one card from our field zone to the graveyard to destroy 2 monsters on our opponent's field, which is a bonkers effect on a level 9 3000 attack monster. So in order to get out these monsters, we're going to have to get their fusion materials. So go through the main deck. We have 3 copies of Constructor Demolition Worm Dracrush. This is in here specifically because it can be summoned off of the effect of our Build Dragon. Next, we're on Constructor Warrior Shovelon. So this is a 1500 attacker, which is pretty decent. Underneath our field spell becomes 1900, but it's also half of one of our fusions. And then we're on Constructor Princess Pylon. Again, this is half of one of our fusions, this time Buildrum. Stats are nothing really to write home about, but it's not really in here for that. We have the Build Dragon. This card is really, really good because we can bring back the other half of the fusion in Pylon. We can bring back Shovelon if we want to make our other fusion, or we could just bring back a big 2400 attacker, which becomes 2800 under our field spell. So just really, really good. And itself is a 2500 attack, which is already really, really strong, but becomes 2900 under the field spell, which is insanely high. Next up, Constructor Heavenly Worm Gantry Dragon. If we have a face-up field spell on the field, special summon Constructor Worm Build Dragon. So if we have a face-up field spell, we can summon this out as a 29, use its effect, bring back Build Dragon as a 29, use its effect, bring back Dracrush as a 28, which is just an insane board for anyone to try and out. Next up, we're on Pitch Black Warwolf. Your opponent cannot activate trap cards during the battle phase. Really, really good anti-mirror force and other battle traps that Alex might have access to. Next up, we have Constructor Brawler Mixer. If a face-up field spell is on the field, when you normal summon this card, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. If it was a worm-type normal monster, you can draw a card. So we have 9 potential hits for this, so it's not likely to go off, but still filling the graveyard is good because we want to see things like our Build Dragon in the graveyard so we can bring them back with Gantry Dragon, or we just mill anything and we can bring it back with Monster Reborn later. Next up, we're on Priestess of Star Salvation. This is a worm, which is interesting synergy. We can shuffle a fusion from our graveyard into the deck, draw 1 card, then if you have a face-up level 9 monster on your field, all face-up monsters on your field gain 400 attack. Can be useful, but if nothing else, we just needed more worms in the deck, so if even its effect doesn't come off, it's still okay to have it in as a 1200 attacker, and under Peaks of Blistopia becomes 16. Next up, we're on 3 copies of Constructor Engineer Draftanium. So during the turn you normal summon this card, excavate top card of deck, place the excavate card in either the top or bottom of your deck. So really fantastic card to just summon, use its effect, take a look at the top card, put it top or bottom, and then just tribute it away. Really, really good card, and really, really like it. Next up, we're on Picklon the Constructor Fairy. Send a worm monster from your hand to the graveyard, draw a card. So this is half of a fusion, as well as a way to get our big monsters into the graveyard so we can bring them back. So for example, we could summon this, send Build Dragon to the graveyard, tribute it to summon out Gantry, Gantry effect, bring back Build Dragon, and it's just this whole resource loop. So this card is especially good in this deck. Next up, we're on Primal Howling, spell trap removal, but it places it on the bottom of its owner's deck, which can be relevant if there's any way that our opponent has to recur spell and trap cards. We have 3 copies of Fusion, because obviously we're playing a Fusion deck. Monster Reborn, again, bring back our Fusions, or bring back our pieces of our Fusion, or bring back the Gantry, which can bring back the Build Dragon, bring back the Dracrush. This card, again, multiple uses, really, really powerful card. 3 copies of Peaks of Blistopia. 400 attack is bonkers for a field spell, which is why we are on 3 copies of it. 2 copies of Constructor Return. So when your 7 or higher worm monster is destroyed by opponent's attack, special summon 1 level 7 or higher worm monster from your graveyard. So this basically protects our monsters if they do get outed, but on top of that, if we do lose one of our weaker monsters, say Dracrush, we could flip this over and then bring back, for example, our Build Room from the graveyard, or our Gantry Dragon, and then set up its play to go into Build Dragon and then Dracrush. So it has a lot of really interesting uses, so very, very powerful. And then we're on a new legend card, Magic Cylinder. This is a bit of a blowout card, and it's a little bit cheeky, but sometimes you might have to win games with it. So we're going to try it out and see if we like it. So for the side deck, we have Constructor Art Build Destruction. This is here in case Alex is on any kind of maximum shenanigans. We are on Star Restart in case we feel like we need more consistency in getting out of fusions. We are on the 1 copy of Snows of Blistopia. Now this card is pretty good, but I feel like the deck doesn't really need it. So we're running the 1 in the side in case we feel like we're not finding enough field spells. We're on the 2 copies of Constructor Ambush, really good combat trick. We're on 2 copies of Constructor Blockade. So when your opponent summons a level 7 or higher monster, you can send a face-up worm monster from your field to the graveyard, and then make that monster unable to attack and monsters that share types with it. So this can be useful, but again, it's kind of a bit niche, but we'll see if we need it. We're on 3 copies of Demolition Worm Roar. When your opponent normal summons level 7 or higher monster, or you have a face-up level 7 or higher normal monster on your field, destroy that summoned monster. So this only works with Drag Rush, which is why it's kind of in the side deck. If you feel like Alex is doing stuff where we need to react to the summon instead of in the combat step, we can side this in. We're on the 1 copy of Christ at Sacred Tower. Again, if we feel like we need a generic card that can just stop Alex on summon, this is what we're going to use. And then the 3rd copy of Constructor Return. So, feeling pretty confident in this deck. Wyrms traditionally have been very strong for us, and I think we have a very, very good win rate on them. So we're expecting to do well. So let's fire on into the game and see what Alex has got for us. I feel like we've had quite a few weeks now of all the new stuff, and I don't know how many new decks we can still build from the latest set.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I don't know if you feel like you're running out and if you have to start going back to some of your older decks, or...
I think this week is the last one.
Okay.
I think.
Well, that's the thing, right? There's a lot of decks that we've played in the past which we've only brought once, and then we kind of got moved straight onto the next set. So because of that, it's nice to be able to bring back some of those older decks, maybe with just like 1 or 2 new cards, or even just exactly as it was, but we get to see it kind of for the second time. Because it's no fun if you use a deck once and then it just kind of never comes back, right? You want to play a deck more than just once.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be fun to start experimenting with different bits and bobs, because there's a lot of incremental synergies between different archetypes, and sometimes you might see like. I can't think of a good example off the top of my head, but if, for example, there was an archetype that had access to a lot of cards that reduce monsters' attack, you could then combine that with the dragon, Bluetooth, and then like kind of use that kind of synergy. If there's anything like that in any other archetypes, we could also try experimenting with that sort of thing. But the deck I'm bringing today is... I would say this is a very good deck, but it's a bit high roll. I think if it doesn't get all the pieces it needs, it's going to be a little bit weaker, but if it does get everything, it's got a very high ceiling. That's what I'm going to say about my deck.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you've brought, especially since you said it's the last of the new stuff. I have no idea. Off the top of my head, I haven't been keeping track of like what you got that was new and what you haven't used yet. So should we just fire on in and see what we're both on?
Yeah, let's go.
Wow.
Oh. I'm gonna go second.
Okay. Well, why not just give away what I'm on straight away? I normal summon
Hey,
Picklon,
Wyrms.
the Constructor Fairy. We'll fire off Picklon's effect. Pitch to draw. Alright, we will normal summon out Constructor Warrior Shovelon. Then we will tribute both. Summon out Constructor Worm Build Dragon. And we'll back him up with another Shovelon, set a back row, and pass to you.
Okay. Set. Reveal that I'm on Pyros.
Ooh, okay. Oh, barrier statue.
Set this.
Salamander.
Ooh, I don't have the 3 Pyros in grave yet.
You do not, but you can still beat over my other guy. And unless I draw a field spell or some other way to power up, I can't get over you either. I'll have to crash. You know, sometimes you just draw the field spell. Alright, we'll start with normal summoning Constructor Brawler Mixer. We'll fire off Mixer's effect, which whiffs because it needs to have milled a monster.
A normal monster at that.
Yeah. We do have quite a lot of those, but you know, it wasn't super likely that we got it off, so we're not too worried about it. We will fire off our Build Dragon's effect to bring back one of our mini Shovelon. We'll set, and then we're ready to run into Mirror Force. So let's run into that. Wow.
Oh, it's Firefall Blaze Barrier.
Okay, okay. That could have been worse, let's be honest. We can't get over chemicalized salamander anymore, so... Okay.
Dr. Red Robe. Activates Scales of Flame.
So shuffle a pirate monster from your graveyard into the deck. One fire monster who gives 500 attack at the end of the turn. Then you make one face monster on your opponent's field to lose 500 attack. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I want to keep Methyl in the graveyard, so I'll shuffle Ethel. You. You.
Okay.
Set this.
Now run into my Mirror Force.
I think we need to do that. Yeah. Ha.
Nah, I got nothing for that.
Ha ha.
Ow. Right, let's go big draws. Okay, we will normal summon Princess Pylon. Normal summon Princess Pylon. Tribute both for Bill Dragon. Activate Bill Dragon. We'll bring back Pylon.
Fusion.
Fusion!
Yep. What it might be.
So we'll fuse these two into the mighty Infinidream Construct Worm Bildrim.
Nice.
Alright. So this guy has an interesting effect, but before we fire it off, we can use this to just get rid of one of your back rows. Then...
Ooh, bottom of the deck.
We are going to activate the effect. Pop both your monsters. Because we have another one! Then we'll get a battle and walk into this Mirror Force.
Ooh, and that's a... yeah.
Is that a big brick?
Yeah, just drew 3 7s.
Ah, yeah, this... It just really sucks when that happens.
Yeah, so I'm just going to hit that. Nothing I can
I was
do with this
thinking,
now.
because in general, drawing a hand of a bunch of big guys always fucking sucks. But there's not a lot of like good discard outlets just to get them out. Like obviously sometimes you have like in-art type ones. Like I think for you it'd be the Kobold, whatever his name is. But you can't always guarantee you're even going to have that. I notice a lot of people are playing the like, there's what, Trade-In and the 7 Ship of the Golden Treasure, whatever it's called. But those even require you to be on specifically like all 7s or specifically all 8s. So like it's really awkward.
Go second again.
Okay. Okay, okay. I will normal summon the mighty Constructor Engineer Draftanium. We'll activate the effect. Let's put that either to the top or bottom. I think we'll put that on the bottom. Then I will normal summon Constructor Engineer Draftanium. We'll activate the effect. Ooh, I think we'll keep that one on top.
Cylinder.
Let you worry about that. Then we'll tribute 2 and summon out Constructor Heavenly Worm Gantry Dragon. And we'll also summon out a Shovelon. And then we'll pass on that.
Well. Ethel.
Okay.
And Ethel. Tribute.
Extra spice. Although we'll always remember Gokboot.
Normal summon activates effect. No.
Burn me, jerk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was hoping for a good draw, but. What about Barrier Statue?
Barrier Statue is annoying if I draw well. Very strong card. Well, this is one of the hands of all time. What do I do with this? I Alright, this is a bit of a weird play, but we're gonna normal summon Picklon, activate the effect, and pitch another one of these. That is an interesting draw. Is it playable? I mean, it is. Is it worth using? Probably not. I'll summon out my legend monster, Pitch Black Wolf.
Ooh.
And then gonna set 3. Go to battle. I will declare an attack against your extra spice, and then attack over your barrier statue and pass the turn. Because I do not want to try an attack over a potentially 0 defense monster.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna set this.
Well, you know what one of my face downs is.
I do. Okay, yeah, let's see if we can do this.
Is this a newer one? Combustion only Bun Cell. Don't remember him.
It's a promo that came out in November.
Ah, okay. So each player sends top 2 cards to the graveyard, then you can reduce the level of one face up 3 to 8 monster your opponent's field by 1 to 2 to the end of the turn. Okay.
I don't currently need to do that. Get out the new boss, Finalize Phoenix.
So if your opponent has 2 or more face-up monsters on the field, shuffle 4 power monsters from the graveyard into the deck, special summon 2 power type effect monsters from your graveyard face-up to your field whose levels are equal to the total levels. So they have to be exact.
Nah, I can't activate his effect because I don't have. Never mind. We'll set and summon. Woo.
Well, goodbye Picklon.
And end.
He doesn't want to walk into it. Okay.
Yeah, no, you got it back there.
Well, to get rid of it. So otherwise it's going to always be looming over your head unless you exactly draw an out to it that exactly hits the right one. Alright, well we have this, so we're going to do this either way. The question becomes... are we bothering with you? Probably not. Alright, we'll normal summon out my Constructor, Brawler, Mixer. We'll fire its effect. Let's gamble. That's fine. I think I'm then going to go straight to battle phase. We will attack into your Dr. Redrobe. Then we will attack into your Finalized Phoenix.
Oh, your werewolf.
Yeah, stops battle traps. Ah, why has it got such a big butt? Oh, because it's a legend, that's why.
It's my legend monster.
2 tributes to the tribute of a fire attribute. Yeah, that's right. I remember you playing this before. It's got decent stats, obviously, for a level 4.
Phoenix. I still can't activate his effect because I don't have the right.
Yeah, you need to have exactly, what's that, 16?
16, yeah. Ugh. So we'll set this. Go battle.
I think we let him go here. Okay, we have a play. So we will normal summon Construct Engineer Draftanium. Activate the effect. We'll put that on the bottom. Then I will tribute 2 to summon out Demolition Worm Dracrush.
Oof.
We will then summon out Shovelong. Tribute 2 to summon out Bill Dragon.
Boy.
Use Bill Dragon's effect to bring back the big boy. Then
Yikes.
let's run into a Mirror Force. Let's go! Attack!
Yeah, you really shouldn't have left that werewolf die.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. We've got plays.
That's another 7. Oh, god damn. Well, I can normal summon this.
Okay.
Fiery Blaze. You.
Ooh. Oh, that's right. So you didn't hit the trap card, but that is
That's a good hit, though.
That one card brings my entire board back. So the fact you hit that is really important. Alright, as much as I don't want to use this, you do have small burn effects, so I think I have to, because if I'm on 300, I just lose. Oh, that's a really shit draw. Ooh, you might have this. Activate Picklon. Pitch to draw. Set. Activate Peaks of Blistopia. Activate Peaks of Blistopia.
Oof.
Set. Pass.
Okay, well, set.
Yeah, Finalized Phoenix to me screams just like anime card, where like its effect is so obtuse, but like in the anime they'll be like, haha, I have exactly set up my graveyard exactly as it needs to be. Ow. Well, I'm a got burn effect from losing the game now. Okay. So we'll summon Picklon. Activate its effect. Pitch to draw. We will activate Roar. Get rid of this. We will normal summon my Pylon. Tribute to summon out the mighty Construct a Heavenly Worm Gantry Dragon. Use its effect to bring back 1. Use its effect.
That's game.
Okay, but let me show you my cool play quick. I'll show you my fusion. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm just spinning plates, but activate the effect, pop you guys, go to battle phase, and then Sphere Karibo.
Could you imagine?
Oh man, if they start putting hand traps in Rush, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Ash Blossom.
I mean, the thing is, hand traps feel like eventually they could come to Rush, but I don't think they'd want to, because Rush almost sells itself as a simplified version of the game, and I think hand traps is at one of the points where people started being like, oh, this isn't Yu-Gi-Oh anymore.
Yeah.
Do you want to play game 3?
Yeah, let's do it. Go second.
One, two, normal summon, pass.
Okay, set. 1,
Ooh.
2.
Ooh. We're going to use Bunsel's effect. No, we're not going to straight into counter.
3.
Oh, I still really like this card. He looks so cool.
Barrier statue.
I am going to protect my monster because I feel like I might need it.
Ooh. Yeah, fair play.
We will start with the mighty Primal Howling.
Yep.
Next up, we will summon out Picklon. Activates effect. Pitch to draw. That is a really funny draw. It's not a good draw, but it is funny. We will normal summon Constructor Engineer Drafthanium. Activate its effect. Do I want that on the top? Sure. Go to the top, buddy. Then... we'll tribute 2 and summon out my Constructor Heavenly Worm Gantry Dragon. Then I think we just have to go straight to El Battle Phazu and smash into your big boy with my big boy, and then beat over your statue with my shovel. And then it's your turn.
Hey, we finally see it. Hog!
Yeah, what's been going on, man? This country's
Fuck's sake.
I assume you're only on the 9 again, as a standard.
I don't get it.
I mean, EDOPro clearly just hates you at the moment.
I can't use Finalized Phoenix because I don't have a...
I also don't have 2 monsters.
Oh yeah. Set. Ooh.
Goodbye, shovel. Right, what we got here? Ooh, is this hand good? Potentially. Alright, Picklum. Bet you didn't see this coming. What's next? That seems kind of mid. God, this place sucks so much. Alright, activate Picklum. We will pitch Pylon. Does that change anything? That changes literally nothing. Okay. Alright, we will summon out Priestess of Star Salvation. And tribute it to summon out Rush. Set a back row, go to battle, and just ram it again.
Oh.
Pass back.
Well. 1, 2.
Okay.
Phoenix.
Oh, back. Just the recurring Phoenix. Never go away.
Glued to my hand.
Okay. This is a hand. Doesn't do a ton. What do we do? Right, I think we have to set. We will normal summon out our Priestess and normal summon out our Mixer. Mixer doesn't get its effects out of a field spell, and Priestess can't use her effect because Fusion isn't in my graveyard. Then we'll tribute both into Gantry, who twofold can't have its effects. I don't have a Worm Bill Dragon in the graveyard and I don't have a field spell. Fortunately, that does have 100 more attack than your monster. Then we'll pass.
Well. 2. Do I want to do that?
Against me, I probably wouldn't. Talking about Bunsil's effect. Oh, okay.
Salamander. Activate his effect.
Oh, yeah, his effect's really good.
Probably the 3 barrier statues I have in here.
Okay, okay.
You battle.
You have activated my trap card. Mythic or Constructor return.
Ooh.
Come back to the field. Unfortunately, right now, all it does is ram you, so we need to draw on something useful. And there it is.
Should have used...
I don't know what you wanted to use
I
there.
should have used Combustiononi's effect. Then your level 7 or higher worm monster wouldn't have been destroyed because it would have been lower.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout actually.
Damn.
I suppose the flip side would be if you had milled a Bill Dragon into the graveyard, that could have set me up. What am I doing? Am I summoning this? Yes. We will summon out Mixer. Activate Mixer's effect. But don't worry, we brought a spare. Activate Mixer's effect. Well, there's the Gantry Dragon. So now at least we won't draw that, I suppose. Right, let's fire off the Primal Howling.
Oh. Always have that.
Yeah. You know, you just got to love all the spell trap removal. Hit you for a ton and pass the turn.
Okay. That's a shame. Ethel and Ethel.
The Genie Sisters.
Activate.
We getting rid of the field spell or we getting rid of the back row?
Yes.
Yeah, poor field spell. Does he have the chemicalized salamander? No, he doesn't. He has the bad one.
And I feel like you still can't use effect. I need 16. Yeah. 8's a hard on.
Yeah, you literally need 2 level 8 monsters in graveyard. That's the only way you could fulfill that. Alright, and then just go to battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think Phoenix is just bad, to be honest. It's a shame, because the rest of your deck seems pretty decent, right? I mean, Chemicalized Salamander can out just about anything as long as your graveyard's set up. Gok Boot has some versatile uses. I assume it's part of a fusion, as well as, you know, being able to sack a card to burn and draw a card. I mean, that was pretty helpful previously. Yeah, it's just Phoenix. I don't know what they can do with Phoenix to make it more playable, because you can't really errata it at this point, but maybe make it part of a fusion or something. Because I know that Pyro is getting some fusions. I haven't looked at the materials for them, so maybe Phoenix will be part of one of the fusions that'll make it a bit more useful.
Yeah, hopefully. Otherwise it ain't getting played again.
Yeah. So, with my deck...
It's like the other one as well, the blue one. Super specific requirements.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one. It's because the Pyros are based around, like, the guy called Manabu, who's kind of like... He's like a straight and narrow, and they kind of play him off as this, like... Well, so what he actually is, he's part of MIK, which is like a... It's like an MIB parody, right? The whole thing is they go around hunting aliens.
Nice.
But his whole deck and the way he plays it is meant to be like, he's like a chemistry guy, hence like Chemicalized Salamandra. And so like his is all like, oh, I can use the formula and calculate everything, and oh, I can add up all your levels, and I've set up my graveyard perfectly, so I can now make it all work together. And it's like, yeah, it feels like a very anime card. But for me, the new card, or newish card, which I think came out not latest set, but the set before, which I didn't actually get to summon here, was Constructor Ridgewurm Handtoolin, which is a different fusion monster. It's a level 7, and it's made with Shovelon and Picklon.
Okay.
Unfortunately, again, I didn't really get to summon it, but it's a pretty cool card. Send that card deck to the graveyard, gain 200 attack to the end of turn. If you had a field spell on your field, you can add Peaks of Blistopia or Snows of Blistopia from your graveyard to your hand. So if it gets destroyed, or if I send it off for my other fusion's effect, I can keep recycling it, which is okay. But yeah, like we said, I didn't unfortunately get to see it. We did get to see a lot of Gantry Dragon, though. You know, Gantry Dragon Beatdown is the new strategy for Wyrms.
Yep.
But Wyrms as well is a deck that we've seen in the anime, so hopefully in the next few sets we will start to see some of those cards show up. But it might end up being like the zombies, where we got to see the zombie cards in the anime, but then they took so long to come out in the actual card game. So hopefully we'll get to see some of them, because we've also got a rock archetype, which is in the anime, which hopefully, again, we'll get soon, because our rock cards currently kind of suck. So it would be nice if we could get one. I think we have just like a handful of boss monsters. I think it's maybe 1 or 2. I know we got that the vanilla stone dragon, or whatever it's called, which is also just really bad. But it'd be nice to get some more of that stuff. In the future, we should also have dinosaurs, but we've had most, I think, of the spoilers for the next set. And we haven't seen any of the things I've just listed, right? So there's no worms in it, there's no dinosaurs, there's no rocks. So that might be, hopefully, the set after that, which means months and months and months away yet, which is a bit of a shame, but...
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll get there eventually. But on the plus side, in the next set, we do know that you're getting some upgrades to your Pyro deck, so...
Ace.
We'll get to see that. Oh, but yeah, GG, buddy.
GG.